Well, as promised, here is my collection haul of my posters and action figures. I need a few more minutes to rest before I get to the dance videos, but I'll be getting to them. I just need to rest just a little more. But anyway, here is a poster I've had for about 3 years of Goodfellas. Encapsulates the movie to a T. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster by Henry Hill. Love how the billing is correct, with Ray Liotta being under Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro being under Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci being under Joe Pesci. So yeah, and it encapsulating what really happens in the day in life of a mobster. You piss off the wrong person, you get shot. And it ain't as glamorous, especially as the irony of that quote. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. Definitely has a solid soundtrack, and even though Martin Scorsese is a Marvel witch hunter, I still love the movie. And you'll be seeing another Scorsese poster I have in the other room, because this is kind of an extension of my room, but there's free wall space, so I figure I might as well put something on these walls. And you couldn't see this poster where it was at before, so I had to move it. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the posters, and then the action figures. Now on to an underrated gem of sci-fi, Blade Runner. As the tagline says, man has now made his match, now it's his problem. With Deckard, Rachel, and the skyline of future Los Angeles. Well, it's actually the past now, because it took place in 2019, but there it is, Blade Runner. Love this movie, underrated sci-fi gem, and even though Ridley Scott has become a Marvel witch hunter, still love the film. But you're fucking wrong, Ridley! These movies have damn good stories, and look what I got right next to it, Ridley! A Marvel poster! Cause guess what? There's a damn good story here, with Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, and all the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Avengers teaming up to take him down. Now I prefer Avengers Endgame a little more, but still a solid film. And up next is another sci-fi series that I really love, right next to Marvel, and that's Star Wars. This is the classic Drew Struzan poster, and there's the title. I know it's a little obscure, I don't need to move that speaker, but it is what it is. But yeah, love it. Shows all the key characters, Darth Vader, Luke, Han, Leia, the Death Star, Obi-Wan. The Death Star battle basically encapsulates everything about Star Wars, down to a T. And then this one, oh yeah, and this one I've had for a while. I've had that one for about 4 years. That's for 3, that's for 4. This one, I believe I've had for 5 years. It's Star Wars The Force Awakens. Alright, it's kind of hard to tell, and I'm a little too lazy to move this around. But that's Kylo Ren and some stormtroopers from the First Order. So, yeah. And because I need to frame this, I had to hold the corners so it would stay open. I got a poster for $5 at the comic book store recently of the original X-Men comic. So soon that will be framed and added to my collection. And I guess this counts as a poster. It's framed, but it's a lot of classic Marvel Comics covers. And then this is a poster I've had for years that my uncle gave me that is for X-Men 2, a movie that I still love despite it being dated in some ways. And then there's, as I hinted before, Avengers Endgame with RDJ, Thanos, Chris Hemsworth, Thor. The actor and character are kind of interchangeable, so I'm not going to be consistent. And the Hulk, Scarlett Johansson, my love, / Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. My other love, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. And Elizabeth Olsen's on the other poster too, and Captain America, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, and also Hawkeye is just on, so there he is right there on the poster. So on to another classic film, Back to the Future. Let me turn on this light so you can see it a little better. Yep, Back to the Future. Marty McFly. Absolutely love this poster. Truly iconic and done by Drew Struzan. This guy knows how to make posters right here. This guy's a legend. And probably another one of my favorite Scorsese movies right here, Taxi Driver. So yeah, it's partially obscured by my pops, but not too bad. And I guess this does kind of count as a poster. Got this poster / painting signed by Ron Perlman, Hellboy, at Pueblo Comic Con that I won in an auction. And got that Robin poster in a comic. Probably one of my favorite movies directed by Alfred Hitchcock, Psycho. Great film. And then here's Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad. Not the Suicide Squad. Obviously, you can tell by her costume this isn't the Suicide Squad. Let's see, I've had that for about 5 years. 3. That one's also 3. This one I've had for at least about, I want to say 7. I've had this one for probably the longest time. I got it as a gift from a friend, and a few frames broke along the way, but thankfully this one here, it stayed intact. And these two I've had for about 3 years also. My favorite movie of all time, right above where I sleep, The Shawshank Redemption, with a tagline that I really love about fear and how it can hold you prisoner, but hope can set you free. And then Andy Dufresne. And then my last poster, La La Land, a movie that I just love about the spirit of creativity. Kind of also an allegory on filmmaking and following your dreams and sticking to your vision, so yeah. So, I guess that's it for all the movie posters. So, this is just a reprint of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It ain't the real thing, so I'm not really all that impressed with it. So, let's go ahead and show the action figures. Since this is the easiest, and I know exactly where I got most of these, I'm gonna go with these, this first. So, this is my little pop diorama, I guess you could call it. Kind of have arranged a little bit like a pyramid, but, got some Avengers Endgame ones, Captain America and Black Widow, Captain Marvel, along with Thor, and then a lot of Marvel 80, which I got either a year ago or 2 years ago. Basically all these. Most of them from Hot Topic, as you can tell, because they're Hot Topic exclusives, but I did get some from the comic book store, like Veronica Lodge. And some of these are also from Target, but yeah, there's Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road. There's Officer K from Blade Runner 2049, 11, Spider-Gwen, Marty McFly, Kylo Ren, Wolverine, 11, Dark Phoenix, and then Jean Grey from the original X-Men comic, and Cyclops. So, guess on to my most recent additions are these figures that came with a car. So I got Iron Man with this Camaro. I never thought Iron Man would come with a car. I saw this at Pueblo Comic Con, was like, you know, if I don't get this, someone else will, so I'm getting it. And then here are my two favorite Batmen right here. Kevin Conroy, got this, I believe, at the comic book store. I was going to get it at another store where it was going to be significantly more expensive. But yeah, here's Kevin Conroy Batman. And his Batmobile. And then here's the Keaton-mobile, Michael Keaton. And the Keaton-mobile. Gosh, I gotta start dusting these. And to finish it off, the car that I got a ride in at Pueblo Comic Con, the Adam West Batmobile with Robin in the car right there. I found out some of these are actually worth a lot of money, so that's why I'm keeping those two in there. And I didn't mangle these or the box, so maybe they could still be saved. And this was a Todd McFarlane figure, and one that I got, Batman figure that came with that car recently. That Captain America I've had for about 4 years. Same thing with Spider-Man. Just recently got that Harley Quinn from a Todd McFarlane set. And here's a Black Panther I got at Target right around the time Avengers Endgame came out. And then a Tony Stark pop. And yeah, I got that at Target as well. And then this Iron Man figure my friend sent me in the mail that lights up along with Mysterio. And I guess for the last of the pops, there's BB-8, the other one my friend mailed me. Then these pop keychains of Captain Marvel. And then 11 and Mike that I got also 2 years ago. Actually, a lot of these around the same time. Then there's Max, Joyce Byers, Vanessa from Austin Powers, and Captain Hilliard in Independence Day. So I guess since that was kind of a mixture of pops and action figures, let's just go right on into the action figures. And that'll be the end of this video. I'll probably go into another vlog for my comic books, but yeah, for now this is just action figures, and I know where I got most of these, so this isn't going to take as long as I thought. A little bit hard to see, let me zoom in. There's Clayface. I'm just going to show them all based off the line. That's Clayface from Batman the Animated Series. And then there's Batman from Batman the Animated Series. And that's a Frank Miller figure I've had for about 4 years. That also came from Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Oh, there's a pop I forgot behind right there too. There's Michael Keaton Batman. And then that Batman figure I also got from a line from the Batman the Animated Series line, along with the Robin to the right. The Robin to the left came from Batman Returns, but Batgirl right there did come from the Batman the Animated Series line. I guess, because I don't have many, I'll show the Star Wars figures. Got me a Rey figure that has her gun from about 3 years ago, her little blaster, and her lightsaber. And a Luke Skywalker that I have right next to the Joker, because Mark Hamill voiced him. Oh, and last for Batman the Animated Series, I almost forgot, Poison Ivy and Two-Face. So I guess I'm just going to do a compilation. These are all mostly Marvel Legends or tie-in ones, like Doctor Strange right here to Spider-Man No Way Home. And some are just the generic comic book ones, but I liked where I positioned them. Like that Iron Man right there, and this Iron Man right here, and that bust I got on the house at Pueblo Comic-Con. Then there's Green Goblin and the Mandarin and Shocker that just come from the comics, and I believe that Hulk is from the 2003 movie. But yeah, anyway, on to the figures I really like. That Wolverine is real cool and looks just like Wolverine from the comics. Had him for about 4 years. Mysterio for about 3. Love the detail on that figure. And then got some Marvel Legends minis. Elektra, Captain Marvel. I got all these within the past 3 months. Then Loki, Vision, and Daredevil. So really liking those figures. They're real cool, even though they're small, but they got the details down well. So far, my only Black Widow figures are Melina Vostokov and Red Guardian, but I'm hoping one of these days to hopefully find Natasha Romanoff and frickin' Black Widow. Okay, let me go ahead and stop right there. Alright, now back at it. There's a Marvel Infinity Saga figure of Odin, and that's an Avengers Endgame figure of Steve Rogers, Captain America, Chris Evans. Love this Spider-Man No Way Home figure of Doctor Strange. Some of these have accessories, but I don't really put them on because they're too easy to lose. And there's all the Spider-Man No Way Home figures. And that's a Spider-Man Homecoming figure that came in the same set as this Iron Man that I got a year ago. The Iron Man figure and this Vulture figure that has wings that I can put on the back. And then there's Iron Spider. That's the Homecoming Spider, and that's Far From Home Spider-Man I've had for about 3 years. And then Marvel Legends, Mobius, M. Mobius, and the Punisher. Along with Stan the Man Lee. And I guess the last of the notable figures here is there's Thanos that I got about 4 years ago, I think. Probably my biggest figure. I'm not really a big fan of these big figures because they take up too much space, so that's why I prefer the more medium to smaller ones. Just like this Superman, even though this Superman is cool and definitely one of my favorite adaptations of the character. I already highlighted all those, but this one came from the Batman Returns line. And that one was just a generic Batman line from the 1990s. And here's Heath Ledger Joker. So I guess that's it for my action figures. Hope you enjoyed this video. So like, comment, subscribe, and peace!